Hey guys, welcome to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, Part 21. Hopefully the finale.
Yeah.
I am here with Katie.
Hello.
And yeah, we're gonna finish this, but I'm hoping this part is just the finale. I mean, it's pretty much all downhill from here. It is pretty much one person on the stand. Pretty much. One person on the stand. And then we will, we'll do a separate episode talking about our thoughts about multiple different facets, as I've mentioned a million times before. So, let us get on with it. So Miles just bought us time with the handwriting analysis. Another half hour. So hopefully this can help us. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, could you please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note? Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that the suicide note is a forgery.
What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake.
It was Wright?
Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impacts, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida.
Mr. Corrida? Oh well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all.
Much like actual people who commit suicide, they usually don't leave notes. You usually only leave a note if you want help. Generally.
Definitely.
Big general psychological terms there. Big blanket terms. Big blanket terms. Depends on case to case.
She never wrote anything about On Guard.
However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible.
This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has said up until this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was fake.
Yeah, he was spying on the shit out of him.
Yeah.
What is this little item called again?
A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, that's right. A camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note. Because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Ungard would not have known that the victim had forged the note.
So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Ungard's motives for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ungard monitored Mr. Kurita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ungard didn't know of.
Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made a forgery at an unknown place? Order! Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you aren't making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next?
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ungard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual.
Edgeworth's stuttering. This is not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder?
That's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer the question with such certainty.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? Oh, God. Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself, Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait! Shelley the Killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here, to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Is this all right with you?
Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is all right to do this. Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there no other way left for us?
Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say! What is going on here? Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court.
So this must have been the urgent call he got earlier. Oh, what he got? Wow. So this must have been the urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh, no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. De Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley De Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry.
Maya! Maya!
A voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley De Killer.
It looks like we've run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. And now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream.
Shelley De Killer. What is he going to say?
There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. De Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. De Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. There is no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients?
I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means?
Sorry. Go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
That's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. The trust between you and your client.
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the De Killer name so my clients can trust me.
But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust?
It has never happened before, but if it ever did...
Yes?
That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... that's enough, please. No more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway.
That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that that would be very bad for them.
It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
And to the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything.
The judge had better watch himself.
It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the... Oh, I already... We actually have to backtrack, though. And press the statement again. Now that I think... Yes. It's this one. We have to press this again. Between you and your client. Fast and efficient manner. Aha.
I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rule.
A person who frames another is the worst kind of human.
And that's why you feel betrayed by this person.
I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role.
Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured?
Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic?
This case just keeps getting better and better.
If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed.
Everyone understands your point, I think. Really.
In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. Now then, I do believe it's about time I revealed the name of my client. Don't you agree?
What is it?
No, I can't bring myself to ask for the client's name.
If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is...
Oh, God.
Adrian Andrews.
What?
What? Witness? That's not who you told me it was earlier.
Huh?
Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews.
What? This can't be. On the phone earlier.
What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court. Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt Ungard, perhaps? I knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelley DeKiller.
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Ungard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. 'Wow. 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 all of a sudden, it feels like we could actually win this. Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself, the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Ms. Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Ungard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying.
Oh, take a sip.
Mr. Ungard, my client, I know he's guilty. I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley DeKiller is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. The testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews. The suicide note may have been fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. This testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
I know. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have to decide. Do I take not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Must the trial continue? Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt Ungard is a killer. A murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. It's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. I couldn't have gotten on guard convicted. I couldn't have gotten on guard convicted so many times over. Or he could have, wow. He never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust. I never thought about it until now. I trust him. Yes, you do.
Nick's gay revelation hitting him once again. Square in the face. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But... That witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through the witness's lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once these pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What is he talking about? Usually done?
But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes going to court?
I do.
Nick? Shh.
That wasn't Nick.
Oh, you? Oh, yeah, you wanted to be on jury duty. That's right. You got picked for it, and you were upset when you didn't get selected, when you were rooted out.
I didn't even get, I didn't even get interviewed.
Oh, you didn't even get interviewed?
No, they called it off the night before.
Oh, yeah, you were excited.
I wanted to serve on a jury.
As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of a crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, fifth time now? I don't even know. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Objection! Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then...
Then I'll expose the lie in the oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicion on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness. About requesting a hit.
Yes?
How much is your fee?
I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Did you, huh?
Huh?
There we go. If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
Ah, no. I'm not thinking of hiring.
Mr. Wright!
Yes.
You want to kill me. You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty! Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? I love that press. I love freaking out Udgy like that.
Poor Udgy.
I mean, I can't blame Phoenix even if he did think that. Oh, poor Udgy.
I think I need my time turner right now.
Yeah, no, the judge remembers everything, Nick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's part of the Faustian bargain.
It's part of the Faustian bargain you made in your very first trial.
Oh, shit.
You couldn't just take a penalty, could you, Nick?
No.
You would to have Edgeworth tell you to strip down and run naked from the courtroom, but, you know, not for that. You will in the future to say something to further incriminate yourself. But not that. You know which one I'm talking about.
Are we talking?
We're talking about Game 5.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about Game 5.
My mind went to something a little bit more immediate, like something stupid that Nick says in court in the past.
No, I'm thinking about what he says in Game 5.
In the future, yeah.
When his credibility called and tells him to put a sock in it.
I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. Ah, so he does have a very Thane-like view on things, that he is simply the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
His body is the weapon, and his clients are the ones that are pulling the trigger. That goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt.
Are you talking about the button in the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police, I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You tried to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
These pretty images work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here.
You wouldn't be able to tell even if he was there, Nick. Shelly's got the best poker face.
So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too.
No, I already told you, I have no intentions of using your service. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial?
Yeah, because you made a deal with me, Mr. Wright, and you could be
I'm not
trying to go back on it.
No, I'm not, Your Honor.
The badger will come for you, Mr. Wright.
He doesn't need to, Your Honor. I'm not trying to kill you.
He will come for you. The cross-examination may continue.
From the very beginning.
That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
That's odd.
So, why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around with the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go so far, go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall.
And that's why you have to testify.
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? And you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No. I'm fine. Really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
The one that is tired of his bargain, Mr. Wright.
No! What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right? Ugh, I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
Yeah. She didn't know. She had no fucking idea.
Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Creta had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Creta had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planted, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Creta's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Phoenix. If DeKiller figures out that what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Usually you two are going at it. Dead silence, huh?
We just made up, Your Honor. There's no
Okay.
going at it.
Well, good for you. Good for you, Mr. Wright. It won't stop the badger from coming. I'm so glad that joke is turned around to bite Nick in the ass. So glad that fucking dumbass joke from, like, what, our first stream
Yeah.
of the first game has come to bite Nick in the ass. Our joke from January. 4 months later. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time.
Yeah, that's why we're pressing all of his fucking statements.
While we wait for the items DeKiller left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.
Yeah, you better give Francisca her favorite fucking food if she shows up with them. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Have I mentioned Shelley the Killer is the coolest fucking NPC in this game?
Yes.
God, he's amazing.
1 week ago, are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please, stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time?
I love that Shelley is fucking with him.
I know.
He's just fucking with him. He's like, I'm bored. This girl's just kind of...
Surprise! Surprise!
dying.
I got word from Capcom. AA7 Nick hires the killer.
No! What about my ideas? About our defendant. About a defendant for Nick. A defendant that needs to be let out of the basement. Where they have them chained. And who the prosecution could be.
Well, I'm talking about the final case. You've gotten spoilers for the very final case now. Congratulations.
Oh, okay. Yeah, congratulations. I just rolled my eyes at you. Oh, God. April Fool! Yeah, obviously.
Did you ask him why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? I'm sorry. Press further? Let's see if we get anything. So, what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear?
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
We must be talking about that bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
It was... I don't even remember where you...
Do you remember what to do or not?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't think this is important, but...
No, it's not.
Okay. What the killer said sounds plausible, but... in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor. I don't think it's very important.
Well then, witness, please continue.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was with the brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle.
I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Do you remember or no?
No, I don't remember this that well.
It was very fucking important.
Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. DeKiller had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
Ah, shit. Wait, I fucked up. Hang on. I fucked up. Hang on. We gotta repress that. Hang on. This case is tricky dicky. I just remembered something because I was like, wait. We press here. We have to do a fake out. Because I was like, that's not the right dialogue. And I'm like, but I know I'm going on the right avenue. Oh, it's one of those you have to say no to get the yes.
Oh, okay.
Courses of actions. Like in Rise from the Ashes, where you say you have no new evidence until Gant makes the the stuff relevant. That kind of stuff. It's that kind of trick. Close the brief pause. Press further. It was not important. Okay, there we go.
Why he meets his client is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
Here we go. I've already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes! See, we had to do the no to get the yes.
I heard what I think I heard just now. Then I think I got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of utmost importance, or utmost importance. Wow, I can talk.
All I heard was utmost importance, so you're good.
We're gonna cancel an assassin.
Good luck. Good luck with that. You're gonna have just as much as luck canceling Shelley DeKiller as you will canceling Eminem. God damn. That's fantastic. Really? If that's the case, a witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. I realize he and Miles have a similar cadence, I can't help it. From the moment I saw him, I thought, I can trust this person as a client. Aha! We've got you. Cancelled.
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar and took the request at that time.
Oh, shit, that's right. That is a fun tidbit. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I did forget that the Calm Down, Chill Out, who's in chat, just pointed out the radio looks like DeKiller's face. Yeah, I did know that bit of that tidbit of information, but I forgot it. So thank you for reminding me of it, because as soon as you said that, the light bulb clicked again. Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that's an impossible tale.
What?
Shelley DeKiller. You misgendered that person. have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up about her.
So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person...
You'd know she was a babe.
One look would tell you that she is a woman.
And a fox. Sorry, Adrian's really attractive.
I don't really find her that attractive.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the CG of her putting on the Nickel Samurai costume. I'm like, you guys were like drawing as much cheesecake as you could possibly fit into Ace Attorney there. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? She's not as attractive as like, not a witness in the next case, but one of the clients, someone who's close to the client in, not the next case, the next game, who I will be openly fawning over, that you voice.
Yes.
Because I want her to fucking step on me. And I pretty much want to marry, one of the girls in, 5. I swoon over her like crazy. I just like that whole family, actually. But yeah, I swoon over her like crazy. You also voice her.
Yes.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
The witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when he takes the request.
But he's never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. That said, the most attractive person in Ace Attorney is Edgeworth. You're sitting over there in your Nick corner like, fight me, bitch.
I'm trying to think. Who is the most attractive person to me?
It's not Nick, really?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I would do things to Nick.
Oh, it's Miles, hands down for me. Easy day. That's not why he's my favorite. He's my favorite because he's a fucking nerd. And a very multifaceted character, and I love him.
I actually have to say, a character in the duology that got the fucking glow up is probably the most attractive to me.
That got the what?
Got a glow up. I mean, they were cute when they were younger, but they got a fucking glow up.
Which duology? There's 2.
Miles.
Is it someone that you're gonna voice?
Yes.
Is it little, can I have a hug?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was abandoned on a doorstep. Singing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's your Ace Attorney babe?
Yeah.
Over Nick?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I don't find her that attractive, actually. Like, she's beautiful. She's very good looking. But I'm not, like, personally, like, attracted to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she is beautiful, though. She's great. I'm surprised she trumps Nick. Anyway, that was a segue into, people in Ace Attorney we find attractive. Spoilers, it's a lot of people. There's a lot of attractive people in this series, and then there's a lot of really fucking unattractive people. Salmonella! I only have one more line as him, ever, in the series, and I'm so grateful. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, Why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? And is that transceiver all right? Should it be doing that?
I don't think so.
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. De Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? It's like the name Alex. Shirley De Killer, this court demands an explanation.
Or Taylor.
Oh yeah, Taylor's another one.
Or Jordan.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
Oh, I know he's just gonna spit out more lies.
Bailey is another one. Bailey is another androgynous name.
Yes.
Good call.
Yes, it is.
Good call, chat. There's a ton, actually. Very well. But this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. It's funny, at least to me, the whole thing about Adrian is because I do know a male and female Adrian. So, yeah.
Yes, Tony as well.
Tony is, yep. I mean, my own name, actually, as well. Danny. Because there's me, and then I have a friend who also goes by that name. And my dad went by that name, too. So, yeah. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having to meet my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter.
Oh, I mean, I get that with the misspelling of nicknames / names.
Oh, same here, actually. People do the opposite for me. They spell my nickname D-A-N-N-Y when it's D-A-N-N-I. I'm like, damn it, guys.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but... I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me.
Oh, unnecessary feelings, Nick.
Completely necessary feelings.
Oh! Phoenix, look at you.
No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Not literally.
Not a literal punch.
He asked you to punch him in the head yesterday and you declined. That was your one shot. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
That wasn't even my silkiest. Alright then, just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. D. Keller met with his client? No.
Oh, Your Honor. I'm sorry, and Your Honor, unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. And then your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong.
And why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities.
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
Ah, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email?
It's a contest of mimicry. The judge would beat a parrot, hands down.
You want to get Polly back on the fucking stand there, Nick? Try that?
I'll cross-examine the parrot.
I'm so mad at myself for not wearing my, the parrot will take the stand shirt when we did that. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and they really did the judge dirty there. He's so wishy-washy with technology, poor Aji.
Two or three other things.
Yes.
And what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It would be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and got him mad.
Again, do you remember what to do, or do you want me to just guide you here?
I think we press further on this one. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney.
Yes.
Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one...
Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your clients requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was the figurine?
It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase.
And then what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and to give it to Adrian Andrews. Except Adrian said something multiple times about finding that bear.
Shelly the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item? I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a minute, the bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order! 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 So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Order! 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough! If that's your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please!
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
No, please. Not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
Ah!
You hate that sprite so much. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should...
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, she'll...
The prosecution... what has come over everyone? Even you are... the prosecution... rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that's the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt on Guard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews, would be charged with murder.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt on guard, to the stand.
The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done evil. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Huntgard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving up his own client like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you believe? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Ugh. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life?
You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay?
What? But if I did that, Maya would die. If I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged with murder. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Chuckleback on guard, is innocent. So many Freudian slips. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's going to say what I want, aren't you? Right.
I can't do this. I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ungard, is... He's guilty.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on guard, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ungard is... Franziska von Karma!
Like a queen. What are you doing? Ow!
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. A Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine. And his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What a filthy old coat this is.
That's gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole while for what's inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any more evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I meant for him to say Von Karma? Fuck. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court.
Oh?
And now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
Somewhere amongst the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That's all we can hope for.
The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case?
Let's ask.
Does the pistol have any relation to this case?
We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so we can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least, with me.
That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That is what I believe, yes.
And you were going to come to court with a bullet in your shoulder.
Yes.
Franziska, let us not repeat previous errors made.
Oh.
I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento.
There she is.
I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
So that was the pistol that was used to shoot Francisco. Probably not going to help us very much.
Pistol, a small caliber pistol that is thought to have been fired by the killer at Franziska.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
I bet the killer took it from a guard mansion. Have you checked the contents of the tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time.
Oh, yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 officers on the site.
Jesus Christ. I forgot that he did that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude's so hardcore.
Somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the killer is no ordinary man.
Hell no, he ain't. Videotape. One of the items retrieved, the killer violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown.
The last piece of evidence is this bellboy uniform.
Is that the uniform from the Gatewater Hotel?
We don't need more details on it.
No. I don't think this is going to help us much at all. Thank you very much, Ms. Von Karma. I think that's enough.
What are the items retrieved from the killer's hideout? Nothing else is known. It's not important. Who gives a shit?
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought.
And what's that, Your Honor?
I'm sure, were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. I thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor! Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end?
Phoenix.
I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there?
I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now.
But, no matter how you think about it, it's...
Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us.
2?
The first, make Ungard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Ungard himself wishes to be convicted, then he'll let go of his hostage.
That may be true, but... That's asking for me to do the impossible!
The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Ungard. If the killer would no longer think of Ungard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his client above all else.
I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
The bigger problem is... the judge has already said he doesn't need to see any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown. He's not accepting them.
Phoenix. Think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us?
The other side. Wait, does she mean? You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix, the judge said he doesn't need to see the evidence. If that's the case, then who needs to?
The person who needs to see the evidence?
The defense, the prosecution, the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person doesn't know the truth. The truth, it may be what brings us the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? And now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Objection! I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then, you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Alright. Oh, shit.
One chance?
It's telling me to save at a certain point, but I'm gonna be safe.
Also, hang on.
Okay.
Sorry, my allergies are absolutely destroying me, and I had to blow my nose because, holy crap, that was rough to get through that.
Oh, no, it's cool. We're near the end, so... we're just gonna have to do one thing that you hate the most.
I can't wait to not do this ever again. I don't even want to do it now.
Nope. I saved ahead of time just in case, because there is a point, and I know what point it is, but I always get nervous. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit.
Trying to remember everything that has happened up until this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya without taking Ungard down, while taking Ungard down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. There we go. Here's where we need to save. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Who would you like to show evidence to? Okay, we're just gonna... We're getting it over with, Katie.
Goodie!
We're ripping the band-aid off. I'm doing this for achievement. It says achievement hunting. It says achievement hunting and tags in my stream, so let's go. Let's present the badge. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. The badge.
Show my badge to my badge. God damn it.
You hate this so much.
God, I do.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma?
Well, I was just shot, so...
Damn, Francie. I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue.
What?
No one understands what you're talking about anymore.
Wait, please, one more chance.
That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Matt on guard. That is all. This court is adjourned.
And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. To Killer's a man of his word, though I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. A miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that just doesn't exist.
The end.
I don't like that. I don't like it, and I'm mad at you for making me read it.
Achievement unlocked. Justice ill served.
God, yeah.
So that was Ace Attorney. No. All right.
You get back in there.
Let's finish it for real. All right. Who do we want to show evidence to? We want to show it to Shelly. There's a reason his profile just got added. I see. And now tell this court blah blah blah. We want to show him that tape.
I was like, quit hesitating, Jesus.
You're like,
I hate the fucking bad end.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Wait. I did present the tape, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I think, okay. Fuck this
I'm about to be
case.
real angry at you again.
Fuck this case. I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
All right. It looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yes. One is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found in your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in an attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client not to watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you are on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What? Is that true? Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why.
Why didn't Matt Ungard film the crime scene? The reason why he did it is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to blackmail you.
He even said it.
Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe in anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer?
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots on how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case.
Oh, hey, Eric.
And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Dekiller name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
my contract with my client is over, as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item!
I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness.
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness, and Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Mr. Ungard. It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief.
What is it, Nick?
I'm like,
Nope.
I get to choose?
Yeah.
I get to choose.
Yeah, you get to choose.
Oh. He's not guilty.
You get to choose because I have a bullet point for pleading guilty.
Okay.
And you get to explain why in the following thing you like to choose not guilty and why I prefer guilty. And why both are good decisions.
Congratulations, Mr. Matt Ungard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor. As always, the defense pleads not guilty.
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Matt Ungard. Please wait. What's the matter?
If I get it not guilty, I'll be killed.
Huh?
I'm.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whipped leather right about now.
Very good. Better him than any of us.
Sounds so happy about that.
The judge has been whipped how many times?
You know.
That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay that society for my own crimes, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who...
Can you finish that again? Sorry, it cut.
That's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I'd finally been saved.
Look at her sweet smile.
Wow. This is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
It's not as pure as Lana's, but it's still very sweet.
I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel about this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that's good enough for me. Never mind the man who clawed his own face open. I don't particularly give a shit. That is all. This court is adjourned. Also, hi, Eric. We were in the middle of pathos, so...
You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
This is the first time you've not gotten your client off
Mia, freezing.
of murder.
Mia.
You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realize there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Yes, I understand now.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think back to the moment before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Madame Guard, is... He is guilty, or is he...
Wow, wrong voice.
Yeah, it's okay.
He is guilty. Or is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were the choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer meant to you.
And that was guilty. Right.
Edgeworth!
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really? You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Ah, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid.
Yeah, she does.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Nick, hug that poor sweet little girl.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier, thanks. Ow!
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you!
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a little over a year ago.
Edgeworth?
For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened. So I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well, you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl in a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense.
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we have, the knowledge we hold, and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always, eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you.
Truth?
Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me, this man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the one thing you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago, 1 month and 1 week. Sorry.
She's not bullshitting on that either. She's actually calculated the fucking date as to the last time we saw Miles in the Gantt trial. She's not bullshitting that. She actually figured that shit out.
I made up my mind.
And Nick would obsessively know, like, the actual time, because it's fucking Phoenix Wright. You're gonna see how far his obsession with saving Miles goes.
I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Francisca threw something on the ground just now.
This is an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't this the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe?
I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right?
Why? Okay.
Here, take a whip.
I'm more cat of nine tails person myself, but
Nick! Miles is just like, what?
what?
What were you?
Eh?
Were you saying something? Nick!
Maya!
Mystic Maya!
Oh fuck! Turnabout Sisters are playing right now.
Mystic Maya!
Look at that happy family. Oh, Nick! I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I'd never desert you. But we were sure pressing our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it.
Maya. Oh! Mr. Edgeworth! I'm relieved you're alright. Hey! It looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Alright. I think it's time we get out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick! Food! Grub! Chow! I'm starved! He kept me locked up for days without food. I'm so hungry, Nick.
Okay, we're gonna go get food.
I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice, juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib, at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist.
Alright. So how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food.
You ate so much there!
So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Oh god. Another feast?
Never underestimate how many stomachs I have.
Oh my god.
Come on, Nick! Food!
And Edgeworth goes to have dinner with them.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that little detail.
It's so cute. Meanwhile, Nick never wants to step foot in this fucking hotel ever again. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Ow, my head.
Gumshoe? Are you alright?
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him.
Oh, god damn it, I thought you left! No!
She's always watching, always
No, why can't it be old bag? You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai.
Yay, Will!
Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind.
No,
Be polite, Miles. You owe her your life.
he's not going to die.
She provided evidence in your trial, Miles.
You take that back, Lotta. He's not going anywhere.
Right? You're being awfully possessive.
Oh, nothing. It's nothing.
Nick is back.
He's just carrying around a fucking whip
Yeah.
as he's saying all this
I know! Give me a reminder, Nick has a whip!
Just pointing it at Lotta and just being like, take it back!
That mental image is really funny.
You're welcome.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera.
Where does she get the money? Lotta.
I don't know. Loans.
Yeah. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. It's really weird seeing me without my jacket, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Von Karma even took my blazer.
Well, that was rude.
Well, it was to wrap the evidence in, so it's okay.
But she didn't have your blazer wrapped.
What?
She just had your coat.
Where's my blazer? Gumshoe does have a blazer, by the by. We actually get to see him in it at one point. He looks very slick. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the ones who saved the day, Detective.
Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Ah, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What?
Or?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item?
Oh, come on, y'all, it's over. Whoo, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Aww, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
Aw. sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again.
I'm getting PTSD flashbacks, pal.
Edgeworth, you're beeping.
Hmm?
What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Fun Carmen's receiver. Oh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But, Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton.
I was starved for 2 days.
You have 5 plates of food, Maya.
I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait.
What?
I just wanted to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here.
Here's the gayest part in this whole fucking game.
I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel.
What should we give Miles to express our feelings? And this
Pull
is...
him in and just give a big ol' kiss.
Well, besides that, that's not... A kiss isn't in the evidence.
Damn it.
Should we give him a bear? Should we give him
No.
a fake suicide
Let's
note?
give him a gun.
Yeah, let's give him a gun. Shoot me, please. No. How about
No,
canonically?
I think a gun would be pretty traumatic for him anyway.
Oh my god, fuck you. How about
I just
canonically?
thought of that, so...
How about canonically, we give him a goddamn whip?
Here, whip me.
I feel like words aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Here, take a whip.
Let's go up to a room.
Capcom?
Hey, Edgeworth, have this, and, what do you say you and I go over in the room tonight?
Capcom? There are some people that are like, make it official. I'm like, they don't fucking need to, you guys. It's been 20 years of this. You give him a whip. What else do you want? What's this? What? Right, what are you?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you too.
Myself and Francisca, yes.
You and her. Francisca.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick.
As Nick just droops.
Stands there. Just stand there staring. Drooling.
Drooling or drooping?
Drooling. As he just walks away. Sachet is out of the room.
Hate to watch him go, but love watching him leave.
Hey, Mystic Maya?
Yes, Pearly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Also, sweetheart, I really need to teach you how to read the room. Oh, Pearl. Sweet baby. I feel like Pearl's obsession with love is like Capcom's way of trying to steer them away. Of being like, no, Nick's bisexual, it's really okay. Everyone's like, that's not stopping us. Pearly, honey, we're gonna have a talk, okay?
Okay.
Anyway. Who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Isn't it great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Oh, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear this for real, or hear the real you.
Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being held a hostage and all.
Alright then. You say so.
As usual, though. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy that you were there for us too. Speaking of, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymoons. So I sort of made a reservation for the 2 of you, just in case.
Meanwhile, Nick is like, cancel, cancel!
You cannot seriously take in a reservation from a 9-year-old.
Also, she's just turned 18, what the fuck? Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal!
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring the uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smile and joy to everyone who comes into the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hati. Recently? Yes, that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack! It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. And goodbye. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we're serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there's a castle made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they wouldn't laugh at Moe's jokes. God damn it. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls, represent. We've got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. Goodbye. Fuck you. Burn in a fire. Damn it.
Creepy old bastard.
What's this? Drat, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? Ah, but it's Edgy Poo's idea, so it means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling that they won't forget about me, would they? Ah, it was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty, and any man who hadn't heard about this is going to feel the pain in my heel. Yes, I'm going to feel the burn. And speaking of burn, playing with fire is very dangerous because of that. 3 warehouses where they started the scenery are burned down right there and caused a huge stink, and I almost caught up with all of that. Also,
Jesus, damn.
bye, old bag. Say goodbye to Wendy for the trilogy. I'm sad.
Good riddance.
No, fuck you!
I appreciate everything Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. I know Mr. On Guard won't from the inside of his cell.
Nice.
There's no way Matt On Guard lives.
Oh, hell no.
He's found dead in jail.
Where are you going, Francisca?
How did you know I was here?
With this.
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash. I promise you that.
Francisca, we've both known him since... You've known him since you were 13. You're not going to do that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things.
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you going to do now?
That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing! You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Kamma's daughter!
Francisca.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I am expected to win no matter what. And failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There is no doubt about it. But... me, I'm no genius. I've always known that.
Francisca, you debuted at 13.
God, what a great father he is to tear down a 13-year-old.
Right? Hey, guess what?
We get to fucking see that.
But I had to be. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. I even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that,
Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? There's just a muffled, no! That's not what I meant! I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I have always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow before me in defeat, then the girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I see.
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw everything away I've been until today.
I believe you can, just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chase after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
Oh, sad little sweet Franzi.
Oh, my heart. She's only 18. My heart. This is what being raised by Manfred does to you.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we will meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence has never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
Achievement unlocked. Farewell, my turnabout. Crying Franzi hurts my soul.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for this episode, not for this stream. We're just gonna go and do another episode talking about this whole fucking game and the whole case and the whole everything. And it's a lot to cover. We're gonna do it all in another episode. For those of you on YouTube, you get to wait another day. Those of you in stream, you get to sit and listen to...
You get to wait for like 5 seconds while I get up to grab a bottle of water.
Yeah, essentially. So, for those of you on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. You will see what happens either tomorrow or the next, if this is like on a Friday upload. Sorry, you gotta wait till Monday. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Katie and I really appreciate it. I will be taking a short break for a while.
I'll get this out of the way really quick. I'll be taking a short break from Ace Attorney for a little while. A week or two, Katie and I will talk about it, and then we'll start Trials and Tribulations. But it won't be long. It's not gonna be like a month or anything like that. So, yeah, we'll be taking a short break from it. So, stick around for the next for a long and detailed, like, in this essay I will blah blah why I have its complicated relationship with Justice for All. Yada yada yada. So, thank you guys so much on YouTube, and until next time, this is Danny.
Hey, Katie.
Signing out. Have a good one.